ears real wide and say, "Give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it."
Kick the chocks out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit? On with the show, this is it.
Good morning, the doctor is in. Talking to absolutely no one but myself, which is something I frequently do. Gandalf said, "It was a habit of the elderly to speak to the wisest person present." That's why he talked to himself. Let me get some linkage going on here. Close that. Pardon me, close that. Yes, leave the page. Open that. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Oh, wait, one more thing to do. It never ends, this list of things that must be done. All right, there we go. I think I have now done all that I can do. And we just wait patiently for people to show up. Meanwhile, the nobodies that are watching get to observe me smoking a cigarette and drinking coffee. It is cold as shit in my studio this morning. My heater is out on this side of the house. I wasn't even going to come back here, but I'm at an impasse on work. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do. And I thought to myself, I said self, because I frequently call myself self. Just go stream. Some of your friends will show up. You can bounce ideas off of them. Need to trim the old mustache, though, because the Jamie Heineman look is not for me. So to kill a little bit of time, let me just play this wonderful trailer. Roll that beautiful bean footage. That's fucking hot. That's what that is. That was a good review. You just hold on 1 second. All you people clamoring. Elvis has left the building. So, I was watching Will Red's Unzipped. Guy's been MIA for a month. And he came back on and did an Unzipped. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I think that the whole topic of Ethan owning the trademark to Comicsgate has been done to death. And I did notice what it really comes down to, because you gotta remember, as a counselor, working with patients over a period of time, you got to get to what's really going on. What it really comes down to is that some people resent that Ethan owns it and has to execute his responsibilities. Not whether it's right or wrong, they just resent it. Well, I mean, that comes down to a fee-fee, and a fee-fee has no bearing on reality. So you can what if a topic to death, doesn't mean anything. So this may be a short one if I get a phone call that I'm waiting on, by the way. Oh, what is this? Don't you hate it when you get a friend request that doesn't look bogus, but you don't know where you know somebody from? I do. It is cold in this room. So yeah, I'm waiting for the HVAC guy to call. And also the tornado that hit the house took the liberty of removing the shroud over the exhaust vent over the oven exhaust. So I got to get on the roof and fix that today. Little presents that the tornado has left behind, things you don't normally think about. The sun's coming through the blinds right there and hitting me in the face. I don't know. I think it makes me look sexy. What do you think? Maybe not. So, yeah. We're just going to take it for a minute. Wonder what would happen if I had classified documents somewhere they didn't belong. What do you think would happen? What happened? Just curious. For no particular reason whatsoever, I asked the question. But, given that certain things happened while Joseph Biden was vice president during that era that were just borderline criminal, and nobody did anything, not the FBI, not the CIA, not the press, kind of gives you the sense that they protect their own. Now, with old Sleepy Joe suddenly getting scrutiny from Main Street and from DOJ, FBI, you think they're throwing the old man under the bus so he won't run again because they know that a kitten could run against him and win? I think they're going to bring in old Gavin Newsom. Say, out with the old end. Never mind the dude wrecked the state. Let's get him here because Joe is just bad. Wonder if that was going to happen. Good morning, James. Good to see you. I am well, thank you, and I hope you are too. Just kind of a laid back, waiting on the HVAC guy to call because, basically the thing is that here at the house, we haven't been using the HVAC because chipmunks or whatever damaged that soft foam core stuff that's part of the ducting under the house. We're going to have all that replaced by metal ducting. But in the meantime, it's been using space heaters and window unit air conditioners. Surprisingly, because of how partitioned we use the space, it was cheaper to do that. But after the tornado came in, that sucked for tornado. At least down here it is. There was some damage to the house, and one of the casualties was my space heater in my studio. And it's cold and not that way anywhere else. Everywhere else is nice and toasty. But, we talked about it. We're going to at least get an updated or revised estimate for replacing the ductwork under the house with metal ductwork. This house was built during the era of the 80s. It was built in 86 when everything was done just so cheaply. Builder's grade carpet, the spacing of the studs is a little bit wider, whatever. Though I'm muffled, maybe it's just that I'm muffled. Let me switch my headset and see if that helps out a little bit. For a long time there, James, I was just talking to myself. Let's see if this helps. Way back in my days when I used to. Okay, let's take that music out of here then. How about that? There we go. And let's switch over to the headset. All right, there we go. You should be able to hear me clearer now. I hope. But yeah, anyway, waiting on the HVAC guy to call and say he's coming. That's why I was going without the headset so I could hear the phone ring, but I think I'll be able to hear it. Cleared right up with either the headset or turning the music down. Either way, win-win, right? So you said, James, up there in North Kakalaki, you got a little bit of the weather up there, but nothing like what we got. Because I was watching the thing move. It's weird. It's like the front comes from northwest, but the weather slides up that front from the southwest out of the Gulf. And so that usually gives us a volatile, or I should say not usually, eventually it can give us volatile stuff. But that means it also is sliding up in your direction. I guess it's how fast the front moves through, whether or not Tennessee, North Carolina, Upper South Carolina get that stuff or not. Old guy talking about weather. What could be more boring? But what I was saying was this, James. What do you think? If this current document thing was going on when Obama was in the White House, do you think the press would be asking questions? Do you think the DOJ would be involved? I don't think so because he did enough shady shit that never got involved. I think they're throwing old Joe under the bus to get him to not run because they want someone else. Because Joe's not going to win another election. I got to trim my mustache, man. I can't stand that hanging over the lip like that. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. I mean, what else is new? Imagine that a politician doing something stupid, crooked, or illegal. You know, like that's news. It's not. It's like saying water's wet. Now, the media covering it, that's entirely a different thing. Usually that just leans in one direction. The media will jump all over. Today Donald Trump said he doesn't like kittens. Film at 11. Meanwhile, a liberal could say, I would like to take all these deplorables out there and, make them walk the plank or some shit. And nothing would be said about it. So there's that. Oh. 100% right. And it should not be so. You want CIA is an instrument of policy. FBI, however, and DOJ are supposed to be apolitical creatures that just enforce the law as written. Nothing more. But you are exactly right. Today's environment, they are political weapons, as was the IRS during the Obama years. Remember that. It happens. But here's what I know. It's kind of like what Ferris Bueller was saying in the shower, at the beginning of his day off, that it didn't matter to him. It wouldn't change the fact that he still didn't own a car. Well, it matters to me, but at the end of the day, my coffee's still hot. So you pays your money, you takes your chances. And I got to remember this too, James. I think all of us need to. I know it's cliche to say, but thank God I'm not in Canada or the UK or Australia or somewhere where the thought police are actually arresting people for telling jokes. Now, I know we're only one step away from that, but for the moment, we still have a First Amendment. We still have a Second Amendment backing up the First Amendment. So I also heard that BS that came out of the White House about, the Second Amendment, what do you want an F-15 to? You're gonna use this. Yeah, I know, right? That whole crack about deliberately misconstruing the Second Amendment. Basically, what you're saying is, an armed populace would not be able to stand up to our military. Well, there's two things wrong with that thinking. One is what you're then saying is that an unarmed populace would have a better chance against the armed forces. But the second one is you're assuming the armed forces who have taken oaths to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, not the government of the United States, would side with you. And you're wrong. They wouldn't. I promise you. Well, the military I served in wouldn't. How about that? Hopefully we can get back to that kind of military. Yeah, fortunately, James, that was one of the first things blocked by the new House. So there is that. They're like, yeah, no, you're not getting any funding for that. Thank goodness. But think about that for a minute, Al Sharpton still owes millions to the IRS, and he gets talk shows and gets invited to the White House. But they want to track down if Granny sends you $100 and come after you for that. What the hell? Not really a good look, is it? But there's a lot of things that aren't really good looks. I have a hard time wrapping my brain around the short-term memory of certain voters. Obama was in the White House and his policies were taking effect. And I was paying a shit ton for money or for gasoline, for groceries. Well, good morning, Rex. Good morning, Fanta. Hi, Rex. Good morning. Can't hear you.
Just wanted to mute my YouTube first.
Oh, okay. Let me see what James says.
Hey, Vanta. Hi, James.
I'm not sure what is happening inside the military. So bad members that some are training associate system in the country. Something has gone badly wrong with the military when you see the Marine Corps saying they won't say sir or ma'am for fear of misgendering someone. That ain't the Corps that I served with or that I knew.
I get over it. Hey, Tree Goblin.
Hey, Tree Goblin. Good to see you. You shut up, Rex. Did you get what I sent you?
Ooh, no. Where?
Check your DMs.
Oh, okay. Oh, you sent the link? Or the picture. Oh, the bookmark. Oh,
sent you a bookmark. Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But
I'm trying to see the figure in it. It's kind of difficult to. I think it looks pretty dope. Yeah, I can kind of see it now. Oh, he's straight on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it took me a minute. Ooh, I like that dog. That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me show the chat.
My brain had to work it out. Yeah. You gonna show it?
Yeah. Well,
maybe it'll look.
We'll give it a peek. We'll give it a peeky poo here.
That's killer. Sure? Look at there. Straight on. I was kind of looking at it. Is he turned against sideways against that tree? And yeah, I was seeing the highlights in the picture you sent me more. Yeah.
Again,
ooh, like that gray in the back. Yeah.
I take my photos with a potato, so they look.
Oh, it helps you see the figure though. You just kind of get half his face there, and he's just standing there like all in front of the tree and the moon. That's cool.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Fanta darling. Good to see you.
Carol. Bookmarks are quick to do, and I'm trying to get back in the drawing groove. So,
Carol, I sent you the link. Could be worse. Britain had control of the UN under Liz Truss. They used the SBS to blow that deep sea gate. Yes. There was talk here a few years ago about UN forces coming here for some reason to enforce something or another, and immediately, even Obama realized, yeah, that's a bad idea. You don't ever put a foreign boot on our soil uninvited.
Yeah, bad PR. He probably didn't mind. Really.
I'm not muted. Am I muted?
No, I hear you.
Okay. I've been mumbling a lot this morning. I'm sorry.
I don't do sign language, but I do some coffee. So
I'm not fully awake yet. I shared a little bit earlier. I'm waiting on the HVAC guy to call, get our unit repaired. James, that's an audio problem on your end.
We could do sign language, but I don't know it. So well, The thing of it is, Tree Goblin, the way I look at it is we're funding both sides of the war. We're supplying them with military equipment and things and money, and we're also allowing Russia to sell oil to Europe, without, opening that pipeline back up. So we're funding both sides of it in a way. What?
Good morning, Carol.
Oh, I forgot that's my name.
I was like, okay, who's this?
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, James. Having a boomer moment is a mark of honor. Welcome to the club.
There.
Carol, how are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. Kid is off from school.
Oh, no.
I know, because of the snow.
Oh, really?
You find something to do and get out of this house.
Well, I mean, it's a flex scheduled day. They still have class. They just can do it at home and at their own speed. So they still have stuff to do.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
they're in the house. And listen, school was not invented to educate people. School was invented to give parents a break from their god-awful wallet-draining crap factories.
Right?
Get out of this house. Get away.
Yeah, but the school, was always a drain. I mean, there's school annuals to be bought, scholastic books to be
But
bought.
listen to me though, Rex. That's only if you care about your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't suffer from that problem. I just said, get the hell out.
Yeah, I didn't buy none of that crap either.
But Dad, I need a nickel for milk.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're going to go beat up that little kindergartner for that nickel.
That's
I'm
how I
not
taught
giving
my
it-
kid. That's
I
what
guess
I'm
so.
saying. Hey, listen, son, you want to eat, you go out there and fight for your lunch, okay?
It's a rough crowd. For some reason, I like that god awful cafeteria food they served us.
But, this is the thing. Tacey, my wife, is a nutritionist for the school system. She hates what they do now. And it is all still hanging in there from when Michelle Obama, without authority to do so, changed federal lunch policies. I don't know how it is in other states, but Georgia gets their school food, you ready for this? From the DOD.
Well, why couldn't Trump change that back when he went in?
He should have, but he didn't.
He didn't get to it.
And the lunch ladies no longer cook food. They open cans and heat things up. They take frozen things out and steam them, and then they portion out produce. That's all they're doing. No more dear sweet lunch ladies coming in and cooking yeast rolls at 5 o'clock in the morning so they're ready by lunchtime.
Mhm.
As bad as the food was when we were in school, the slop they're serving out. Look, I did an internship for special needs, special ed at an elementary school. And one day I just broke down and I went and got one of the lunches. And I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Now that this was before Obama, but still the lunch was terrible. And the portions were tiny. Like, how do you expect children to live off of this?
I'm not going to complain because I ate at the prison a few times.
Yeah, prison food can, depending on where you're at, be good.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I mean, I work for corrections,
I
so
know.
every now and then we would have to have meetings down at the prison, and I'm talking about the one where what's his name, Atlanta, Wayne Williams, where Wayne Williams is at, the guy that murdered all the kids in the 80s. We go down there, and I hate going to that place because to go in, you go through a tunnel that's like 5,000 feet long, and you feel like you're going into Mount Doom. Good morning, Pale Rider. Good to see you.
Hey, pal.
PayPal. And
Love you, beloved bug.
Oh my God.
by the way, if you guys get the opportunity and you haven't seen that 90s show yet, whether you like it or not, Mandy Summers is one of the executive producers.
Okay.
Really?
Absolutely. True story.
True.
It's
Wow.
not our Mandy Summers, but it's
Oh.
Mandy Summers.
Oh, I was like, man, she's coming up in the world.
Yeah, Pop sent me a screenshot of it, and I was like, yeah, I noticed that. I saw it too.
Did you see the actual show?
I did. I watched the whole
Is
first
it
season.
good?
Here's what I'm going to say about it. Here's my official review. That 90s show gets a thumbs up for nostalgia and for being almost almost as funny as the original, but a thumbs down because, of course, with being Netflix, the kids have to be diverse. You've got a homosexual, you've got an overweight, you've got people of color, you know, because you can't have a bunch of straight white kids in Wisconsin, you
Oh,
know.
God forbid.
Eating cheese.
Yeah, that just can't happen. So,
Gnawing on
but
cheese.
having said that, they don't lean into a message at all. They don't. There was one point, one scene where I thought they were going to, and they tastefully did not. So I'm like, okay, you know, you get a pass. So it gets one thumbs up, one thumbs down from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you've had government cheese before, right, Doc?
Yeah, man, government cheese is good stuff.
Yeah.
Government. Spelled
Government.
G-B-M-E-N-T. Government.
I must say,
Government
but
cheese.
you be right, be wrong, but
Obi Tabi, Fabi Albert.
you know, I mean, if you think about Fat Albert, it would never be made today. No way. No way would it ever be made today.
Even if it was made by a black man, you're right. Or Bebe's kids.
Well, you know, he gives a
Maybe it's
lot
good.
to the black cause. He gives a lot of money and stuff, and he you know, he comes under a lot of heat, or did before his sexual problems, right, in court. Cosby, he was like, "What is this? You know, guys with their pants down to their knees, and this is not what we walked for in the '60s. This is not what we protested for this."
Right.
Culture, this bebop, hip hop, rap culture that has no respect for anything, really.
You're right. And I'll say this too, you know, tying back into that 70s show and Bill Cosby, look how good I am. Danny Masterson, who played Hyde on the show. Keep in mind, he was accused of his
Hey,
actions.
Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. Welcome.
Caroline.
He was accused of what he did at the same time Bill Cosby was, and he's still not in jail. What if?
Either's Cosby.
I'm just saying, what if Hyde is innocent and he just got Me Too'd?
Yeah.
Might be.
Because I like the character of Hyde. I don't know the actor from Adam. Don't care about the actor. I like the character.
Well, there's always some that at the top, just like homosexuality back in old Hollywood, you had Tyrone Powell, you had others, and nobody knew, you know, the general public didn't know Rock Hudson was, didn't know that Raymond Burr, Mr. Perry Mason was. And they were kind of passed over for the larger names to be kind of rumor milled out. They kind of got a free pass because there was bigger names that they kind of focused on in the tabloids.
Cary Grant's kids commented that, you know, of course, no, he was not gay. He said, but every time that rumor came up, he got a kick out of it because he said, is it because I dress so savvy?
Well, you know, as a kid, I never really knew that Charles Nelson Riley or Paul Lynde or any of those guys were really, you know, a little funny, you know, as far as,
Right.
I can't.
I never knew it, but yeah, they act a little wacky, but that's
And I
what I
loved
liked
them.
as a kid.
Yeah, I loved Paul Lynde. I loved Charles Nelson Riley.
Absolutely, I still love them. You bet.
Yeah. Rip Torn.
Yeah.
And who's the guy that came out throwing the confetti?
Oh, was Rip Torn really?
Not Rip Torn. This guy, the one that threw the confetti everywhere.
Oh yeah, the comedian that threw the confetti out, and didn't he have facial hair and
he had a big handlebar red mustache.
All waxed down like Salvador Dali.
Yeah, and anywhere you saw Charo, he was going to be there also. And I can't remember that guy's name now. Chat, help us out here.
He was on the Gong Show then because Charo was on the Gong Show.
Yes.
It was her birthday the other day.
It was. Now, look, I just want to say that Charo awakened some kind of fifis in me as a young man.
I know, right?
But she would go, Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. I'm like, did you say Gucci?
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. The original
I'm
plushie.
sorry, Carol.
Old man speaking here.
I know.
Carol, you need to
freaking dinosaur land over here.
Carol, shut up, and and reach out to
Anthony.
Anthony and give him your email address. He's going to send you the TIFF.
All
Kate
right.
says Doc was keeping warm.
No, she's asking, "Are you keeping warm?"
Oh,
And-
are you keeping warm? Okay.
And the answer is no. I'm streaming right now as I'm waiting on a call from the HVAC guy. We're going to get a revised estimate on replacing the ductwork under the house for the central unit that we paid a fortune for, but we don't use. Now, having said that, imagine my surprise when in a county that was Rip Taylor. Thank you, Fanta. That's
Rip
exactly right.
Taylor is. I couldn't think of it.
Thank you. Imagine my surprise when in a county that was hit by not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 tornadoes, that Lowe's and Home Depot are a little short on supplies.
Yeah,
No, really?
and that supplies is a little expensive now too.
So I went looking for some things. Now, what I went looking for was the wife comes in yesterday. She goes, there's water leaking from under the stove. I'm like, last time I checked, the stove doesn't run on water. But, that smart-ass comment did not go over well with the wife. So after I woke up, when she knocked me the fuck out, I realized that the tornado had relocated the little cap, the shroud, over the exhaust vent.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, well, son of a bitch. So I went looking for one to replace it. And there was nothing to be had at Home Depot or Lowe's. And that's just not something you're going to find at Walmart. And our Walmart.
You think it was because everybody needed to replace theirs because of the tornadoes, or?
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah.
And even though our Walmart didn't carry it, even if they did, they got hit by the tornado too. So
Probably not a big seller anyway.
Yeah. It's not with the tires. So
Are you sure?
when I got back all disappointed, the wife goes, I found ours. It was in the yard. I'm like, well, just golly gee spiffy. Now, it was raining yesterday, and she goes, so you need to get up there and put that on. I said, I'm not doing that in the rain, honey. I love you, but that's not going to happen. And she actually pouted for a minute.
Aw.
And I'm like, usually that would work. I would start climbing the ladder because of the pout. But I'm like, no, that's some cold-ass water coming down.
I'm
not doing that.
You should have done the Johnny Weissmuller yell. I'm just saying, and did it.
Stripped down to a loincloth.
and she would have been happy and said, "You the man."
Well, she did that anyway. She, right now she's on a gratitude kick because I protected her with my life. So that's good.
That's going to last for like another day.
What'd you do? Shove her into the bathtub?
Yes, I did, and I picked her up and threw her in there. But that's like Carol just said. That's only good for a few days.
Yeah.
It's like baseball. You're only as good as your last at bat. I'm just saying. Yes, my wife. I have a wife. Hello, Fanta darling, and hello.
A wife of how many years, Doc? Now
13 years.
13 years. Yeah.
As of the 10th. Our anniversary was spent heating up ramen noodles on the gas stove in the dark.
Oh, how romantic!
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I can't even use that for an excuse.
If you do it with the one you love, it doesn't matter.
What?
If you, it doesn't
Carol,
matter
did you
what you're
hear
doing.
what I heard?
Popping popcorn, or whatever you do, it doesn't. Even the mundane stuff like ramen noodles.
You said doing it.
All right, that's okay. Maybe. Yeah.
I think it does matter. I think love makes sex better.
Okay, but I wasn't going there at all. That's
I know, but you left it ambiguous, so I went there because it's my nature. Nature abhors a vacuum. You can't just throw one out there and leave it hanging.
Doc.
I know. I'm so ashamed.
What you tell me, Rex?
I'm so ashamed right now. I'm so ashamed. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. Hi, Carrie Love.
And now he needs more coffee. Okay, it's the Just Carol show. Take it away.
Oh no, let's not make it the Just Carol show. I got stuck on panel yesterday.
You did? Yeah.
Well, here and he left me at Rich's, Rich's, and then I was on Captain's, and Captain had internet problems. I got stuck there by myself too.
Kate says, trophy wife.
I don't know. We've never seen her. I don't know if she exists. He could just be making that up.
Yeah, I saw her neighbor. I saw his neighbor one time, but
Well, that's not the wife. We need proof of life.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's some going around, with the dogs and stuff, but I've never fully seen her on screen. No.
No, we don't need to see the wife, but I still question if she's real or not.
Yeah. Question everything they say, Carol.
Did Doc show you the piece I colored for him?
Oh no, Doc needs to show me the piece you colored for him. Definitely.
You show it, Carol.
I can't. I can't. You do it.
Yes, you can do it.
Yeah, I know I can, but I'm not going to. So I'm telling you to.
Then I hate it for you. It's a sorry dog that won't wag its own tail.
Come on, that's all complicated. Just show it.
But what if they just have a nub?
Oh
What if
my
it's
God.
been cut off
Moxie has only a nub, but
and they just wag the nub?
well, Moxie wags her nub, and I call her the nubster when she does it. So
Fanta says, when you do it with the one you love, hashtag Rex 2023.
just saying.
Ooh, yeah.
So there we go. Now, I'm going to brag on her because that coloring is as good as some that I have paid a lot of money for.
But the last time I saw, the Mud character here, what's his name? Does he have a name?
He does not have a name.
Okay. He had yellow eyes. Now he has green eyes. What's up?
I don't know what you saw.
It looks good.
That was a previous colorist's interpretation.
Okay. So
He
is
actually-
his
he
eyes
actually-
green? Does he have
actually
green eyes?
He actually has green eyes.
That's very nice, girl.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know if you guys knew, but I've got a book in sign up right now. And if you haven't signed up yet, I don't know what you're waiting for.
And where have you been? Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
Doc gave me 0 notes to work off of, so the color choice was all mine, except for the eyes.
Well, I mean that was what I said. It's completely on you. You do what you see. You interpret it.
Yeah, Carol, I need to give you something to color. See what you can do with my swamp creature or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we see that again, Doc? That I'd like to look at that a little bit more.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know, yeah, basic yellow background, but boy, the green eyes glowed. And
Let me see.
show your stuff. Wag that tail, Doc.
Wag that tail.
Well, I mean, let's do remember that as great as the coloring is, it's really the drawing that. I'm just kidding, Carol.
No, it helps to have a good drawing to work with.
I like the blend of browns with the lighter greens and the olive greens and the darker greens and everything. Yeah.
Because what else should a swamp monster look like? Now, Carol, the only thing is his nostrils are not glowing. So we need to fix
Oh, I
that.
thought that was like his little nose.
Or tone it down. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's fire up his nose. And while that may be the case for Hunter Biden, that is not the case for my
It might be like Cocaine Bear. He's been
Okay.
doing
Oh.
So you didn't give her much instructions on the coloring? She just
Gave
kind
me
of
0. The only
No,
thing he
Good.
did was
I gave her latitude.
all right. Well, you're gonna have to color. You're gonna have to color something of bog because you knocked it out of the park on those on the earthy tones and stuff.
Why, thank you. Dillard
Yeah.
says I should double my page rate, so.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And she did. She doubled her page rate on me.
Wow. Okay. Well,
She
maybe
was-
he's right.
Because nothing times 2 is nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought Carol, she said, I just want to practice because I'm trying to break into this. And I thought, okay, I'll get back some childish ass shit, some flats. Oh,
Yeah.
hell no. I was like, damn it, girl. That's
Well, I
good.
mean, even if you got flats, you could have another colorist go over that if that's okay with
I,
Carol. You
I
know,
would never do that.
you would you not do that. You just
Hello, Agent Zero. Welcome and
is that
hail.
going to be a card? Is that going to be just a piece that
We're gonna make it a print, a 5x7 print.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
an add-on.
Without the cocaine nose.
Now, right now, the original art is in fact a sketch card that I did,
Hey, Zero.
and it'll be for sale on the campaign. Lots of good stuff going to be on the campaign, including
Have you?
a painted portrait of Elizabeth Payne. Have I showed that to anybody?
You might have showed it to me, maybe once something. I don't know about the painting. Did you?
I'm sorry, that was the middle of a sentence. Go ahead, sir. Did I what?
Well, I had a couple questions. One was, how do you do your whites? Is it like a gel pen? Do you paint the highlights like you did on the bookmark? How do you do your whites, your highlights? What do you use?
Either ink it in negative space, or in other words, don't ink it.
Right.
Or if I want to add like hair, I'll use a jelly roll.
Okay.
But occasionally, like the portrait of Elizabeth, it's the black and white one that's in the book. I painted the highlights on her hair with Doc Martens opaque white, and then smeared it with my finger to give it a sheen.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's a good product. Get some.
Doc Martens. Yeah.
If you're doing ink art, you got to have Doc Marten. Just saying.
Yeah, I need to put that on to get some.
All right, I'm going to go grab this portrait. If you guys want to see it, one in the chat if you want to see a painted portrait of Elizabeth Payne.
I don't want to see anything.
Does Hobby Lobby carry Doc Martens?
Yes, they do. I want to thank you for coming out, Carol.
Yeah, right.
I was so mean to you yesterday at Rich's.
Everybody wants this.
Look, no comment. No comment. That yeah. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome to the Just Carol show.
No, it's not the Just Carol show. Rex, I'm going to put my email in the private chat.
Okay.
You dox me, I will hunt you down.
I will not. White out. Let's see. Oh, in the private chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay. I'll just write that down because I'm old school.
Okay. And
don't we follow on Twitter though?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to send me the full size file.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Of whatever you would like.
Well, you need to shorten that thing. That thing's longer than Chris does. Just saying,
It is like, a very long email. I have another email. It's just there's numbers on the end of it, and I can never remember what they are. So this one is just easier for me to tell people.
Yeah, I like that. I like the what you did with the coloring, and I imagine he had it like grayscale, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like he did with her Grave Tales. He's getting ready to in a couple of weeks do another Grave Tales story for me, and I've been writing on that, Doc. I have a good take on that. You know how you're holding your hand up now, and the last page. Yeah, imagine the hero's hand like that in the story. Yeah.
Hi, Fanta.
And so you know what I've been thinking? We've got time, Doc. In Devil Flyer #2, we could have your first story, and actually we could have a chapter 2, or just another story.
All right, let's prioritize here.
Okay, all right, okay.
Let's show.
Say hi to Vic.
Hello, Vic, and hello, Fanta, my love.
Hey, Fanta.
Hi.
This is the painted portrait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of Elizabeth.
Wow.
And when I painted it, I was listening to Leather and Lace. So you in the moonlight with your sleepy that'll be That'll be for sale on the campaign.
Oh,
Vic here?
So let
Yeah.
Vic is here. So,
Wow. Am I on a panel with Vic again?
so,
you are.
so here's
My
the
God,
second-
is that Carol?
It
My God.
is.
With this
Holy
Care Bear drawing.
Agent Zero. Let me give you a wrench so you can drop your link. Hold on 1 second here.
Everybody mark your calendars. Me and
I
Vic are
don't
on
even
panel
think I
together.
have a wrench.
All right, Agent, you have a wrench now. Yeah, you've got a wrench.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah. Agent Zero's Chrome Dog #1 is going to launch February 3rd on Bancroft Stream. That's a great place to launch, Agent Zero.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, put that link
Yeah.
in the chat and I'll or
You're very
Agent Zero, send me the link on Twitter and I'll do a video.
Man, if I don't have a wrench.
Good morning, Vic. Do you have a wrench or not?
I do.
That's what I thought.
Yes,
Vic, I just-
so
I
many
just
wonderful
say-
people.
Your disturbing artwork is just beautiful this morning.
Oh, yeah, this was I didn't create these. These are called Dare Bears. So somebody wanted. I'm making bookmarks, doing custom-made bookmarks for people.
Okay.
And so these are this is what this guy wanted, you know. So boom, boom, boom. Got 3 of them.
And that's why I said cocaine nose, because that one has a bloody nose.
Yeah, it's Coke Bear. That's Coke Bear. That's Weed Bear, and that's Shroom
Okay.
Bear.
Shroom Bear. Yeah.
RJ, good to see you, my friend. The link is pinned if you'd like to pop in. We're just having coffee and hanging out. I repeat, I'm waiting on a call from the HVAC guy because that's enough of this cold ass studio. Just saying.
Hey RJ. Doc, I have a question.
I have answers.
Is Herman still in your book?
Remind me, because the answer is yes.
My bow-legged duck.
Yes, your bow-legged duck is in the book.
Okay.
Already
Cool.
drawn. It's in that stack back there somewhere of volume 2 when she's at the park. So Herman the
Okay.
bow-legged duck is in fact in the book. I just forgot his name.
What's the thing with the, we had Fantelican, and now we have a bow-legged duck. What's the thing with Fanta being depicted as a bird? What's up with that?
Herman's not Fanta.
No.
She just
Herman
had-
was my real bow-legged duck.
she had a
And Doc
bow-legged
loved that
duck.
story so much he put him in the book.
I did.
Or her. Yeah.
There's a-
She's
How
a
many
girl.
Are
Well,
we
no.
going? Wait a second. Phantom's bow-legged now?
No.
There's a scene when Elizabeth goes to
That
the
would
park.
just make her more adorable, really.
She goes to the park to take a break from all her murder and mayhem. And she's just watching the families play together and all this stuff and questioning her own morality. And a bow-legged duck walks by and has a deep philosophical conversation with her, which is the whole story. I'm kidding. There is a duck in there, though, and it has little bow legs.
But, if somebody's going through mental, psychological type stuff, they could have a conversation with Howard the Duck or a bow-legged duck, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could. They could.
Yeah.
Now there is kind of a, and I'm not going to spoil anything because the reader never knows if Elizabeth and the golem can communicate. She speaks to it, but we never hear it speak or think or thought bubbles or anything.
Right.
Has she gone a little bit mad, or does she have a connection there? The duck has a side quest.
Well, Doc, I speak to Abigail. I speak to Abigail, my Jack Russell, and she never says a word back to me, but I speak to her all the time. So, but I feel like we have some kind of connection,
Sure.
I talked to Poot too.
Yeah.
Poot listens a lot. She's a very good listener.
You talk to Poop?
Poot. Poot. That's my
Poot.
dog.
Poot.
Yeah.
Hello, Poot. Yeah, we all talk to our dogs and our cats. Now, the problem is, of course, I talk to myself, and I'm not sure if there's a real connection there or not.
Yeah. Misconnection.
A misconnection. Vic's drawing Mojo. Check it out. Check
You
it
get
out.
a busy.
Yeah,
Busy
this
scene.
Mojo bookmark is actually for sale. This is the one that Mark Brooks was in my chat and asked me how much the bookmarks were. I said $10. He said, "Draw Mojo," and clearly he wasn't going to buy it. I knew he wasn't going to, but
what a dick.
Yeah,
What
big
a
time
dick.
rich Marvel artist.
Yeah, he can't throw you $10. He can't throw you. Wait, what did we used to call a 10 back in the day?
A tenner?
A dime.
A dime squat.
Dime bag. What?
Dime bag. What the-
Two fingers.
The opinions expressed in the panel do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Doc Blaylock or any of my subsidiaries.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
Carol, what kind of program are you using to color with?
I am using Photoshop and Clip Studio.
Right on.
Right now, I'm working on a piece for Eric and Boyd.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Do you know the character's name?
I don't know. It's a merman.
A mermaid. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, a merman.
A merman.
Oh, a merman. Oh, okay.
A merman.
A merman.
It's like
Yeah.
Herman, but with an M.
Yeah.
Why would it be Merman?
A merman. Again, he gave me no direction. It's just go with what I feel like it.
Yeah.
It's
I kind of
merman,
like
the-
that.
the
You
bull-
give artists leeway.
The bowl-tailed mermaid.
Thank you, RJ. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Ethel Merman. Yeah.
And then they just
Merman Hunter.
Merman Monster. Merman Hunster. Oh, you're witty when you are. You're a
Let's
witty
not
lad.
make it like we're making fun of Eric's drawing. It's a very good drawing. I just don't know if the character has.
Eric does great drawings. Nobody's
No,
picking
I
out
like
Eric's drawings.
Eric.
Yeah.
He's
I like
he's-
Eric's art.
He's sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, we love our Eric and Boyd here.
You better
Yeah,
believe
he
it.
gave me a couple pieces to practice with, and
He was the winner of the competition. And so he gets an original bookmark, the one he liked. So that's an original there. It's
All right.
a couple of early postcards that I did in 2005 and 2016, fully printed.
All
150 of these printed, and only 50 of these printed. So he won the mega pack. So
Nice.
it couldn't go to a better guy.
Well, I mean,
yeah, Eric's a good guy.
it could go to me.
He's a great guy. Yeah. Well, yeah.
He is a great guy.
You got your pig and other stuff coming to you,
I
Doc.
want my pig, damn you. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my God.
That pig is my spirit animal.
Yeah, its butt lights up.
I don't care about that. Make him oink some more.
Why is he
I
upside
have
down?
one. I have one, but it doesn't light up or anything. It's
But
for poop.
does it have shades and a lay on it? I'm just
No,
Make it oink.
no.
Rex,
What?
put it
What?
up to the mic and make it oink.
Okay, look, we're twins.
Oh my God.
Always have the props, Doc. Always have the props.
Listen, I am easily amused,
Yes, you are.
but that really amuses me. I love that thing.
If I can spreading the joy, kind of like fertilizer.
I told Tacey what you were sending me. And she goes, "What are you talking about?" So I looked one up on eBay. And she was like, "Man," I said, "Yeah, but you got to hear it oink."
They had it on eBay, really?
Yeah.
I
or
bought that at a
Amazon
convenience
somewhere.
store. When I saw it, I said, "That's my mascot right there." But it's more your mascot, so that's the way things work out sometimes. Because you wear the Magnum PI Hawaiian shirts.
You better believe it, baby.
You go to Doc, and it's all one shirt. It's flowers, different colors.
I mean, you see what I'm wearing right now.
Made
right?
in 1985.
I went into the closet this morning and I said, as much as I detest winter and refuse to yield ground to it, I need something thick and sleeved. So this is a lined shirt.
Well, you do when the heat's turned off and it's cold. Did it snow there, Doc?
No, but it's going to be 29 degrees tonight, and fuck that.
Brutal. What's it?
Oh, when 29 degrees, when?
I know it's freaking snowing here right now. He's
Yeah,
crying.
I was going to say,
Listen,
what?
let me just say this though, in my own defense, and
You have a hole in your roof. I know.
well, no, I just was going to say fuck you.
Well,
That's
there is
all.
that.
It's cold as cold.
Yeah. How cold is it up there, Vic? Do you know?
Right now, actually, it was cold last night, but we're back up to about 34 degrees. So
Yeah.
it's
See,
not bad. It's not bad out there this morning.
This is
Well,
the
that's
thing.
bad enough.
This is the thing. I had a
Just
friend.
above freezing.
Had a friend that got out of the military and moved to North Dakota. And when we reconnected years later, he was bitching about how cold it is. And I said, well, here's the thing. If you get in a car and you drive south far enough, it warms up. So what the fuck are you doing? I mean, you chose that. That must mean you like being miserable and uncomfortable all the time. Prove
How
me
about
wrong.
you, Carol? How cold is it there? Do you know?
Hold on.
Because you said it was snowing.
It is snowing. And kids are off from school.
You think they'll be out tomorrow?
No.
she's
32.
she's throwing them out.
32.
Get the hell out of the house. Go
Y'all
away,
know they're not staying home tomorrow.
Yeah.
go away for the bus. There's no school today. It'll come eventually.
Yes,
When it
right.
gets below freezing, it's amazing how your water bill goes up. Just saying.
They have a fee here on your electric bill, on your utility bill, called stormwater runoff. So I wrote a letter to the county manager or city manager, and I said, "Let me ask you a question. If I don't pay that, does it not rain anymore? Does gravity stop working? Will water not roll downhill?" And of course, I was being insouciant because the point was, we did a special purpose. They're called SPLOS, Special Purpose Land Option Sales Tax, something. We already paid for that. And now we're getting a monthly bill for it. What are you even doing right now?
Double billing.
Yeah, it pisses me off, And then that one that really gets me is the customer service fee.
Well, what did they tell you, Doc?
Oh,
Nothing
well,
we can do about it?
they told me to pick one and suck it. That's what they told me. And I have a love-hate relationship with my local government. We have had very public battles, the city manager and I, on Facebook, and I made him look like a complete idiot, so he blocked me. But then people would hit him with what I was posting anyway. For instance, the policy of you must roll both the recycling can and the trash can to the curb in order for your trash to be dumped. Even if your recycling can is empty, roll it out there. And I went public with that, and I said, let I get this straight. I'm a grown-ass man, and you want me to roll an empty can to the curb.
Yeah.
Let me check. No, that's never going to happen. And if you don't pick up the service I'm paying for, I will sue you for breach of contract. And of course,
that's ridiculous.
I'm not going to sue anybody because I can't afford it. But
right,
there's that.
But I just thought I'd throw that out there.
There's that, and that spun into, well, you know what? I'll just contract with a private contractor to have my trash picked up and get around you completely. And they said, and I quote, well, the city has the contract with the city. You can't do that. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
Once again, you just shoved your foot right in your own mouth. You're saying the city has the contract with the city. Isn't that like incest? That can't be a thing. And we got into the electric, because out in the county we have the EMC and we have Georgia Power. And if, let's say, you take a new job and your payday moves from the first of the month to the middle of the month, they will work with you and adjust your due date on your bills. The city will not do that. And so then I said, well, do you think you can compete with these large corporation, EMC and Georgia Power, with your little podunk city utilities? Can you offer the same rates and the same service? And they were like, no, we can't do that, but we have the monopoly. I'm like, yeah, and the last time I checked, monopolies were freaking illegal. Oh, we went round and round and round. We fought, and it was public. And I just, which led me to the charge on my bill that I hate the most, the customer service charge. What customer service? Forcing me to roll an empty blue can to the curb? Are you crazy? All right, sorry about that.
How dare you not bend the knee to them?
Yes, comply, damn you, comply.
Comply.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't comply with the development rules and regulations.
I'm going to admit to a ordinance violation here.
Ooh, I'm telling.
I will use the blue. Yes, welcome to the Tax Grouse Hour with Doc Blaylock. You better believe it. I do, however, use the recycling can. When my trash can's full, I just put trash in it and I roll it out.
Ooh.
Sort that out, motherfuckers.
You see, I don't even get to take my trash to the curb. I have to load it in my car and drive it to the dumpster at the front of the development.
There are times I would rather do that.
But you can only use the development's dumpster if you pay your yearly dues.
Oh no!
Guess what? I don't pay.
Right, and I would set my trash beside the dumpster and go, yeah, deal with that.
Well, no, because there's always a guy there because it's only open for certain hours, and there's a
Check this
camera,
out.
and there's a guy there, and he checks your driving pass. None of which I have.
Yeah, they came at me, Zero, with this argument. They said, well, you should be recycling. Don't tell me you don't buy anything that's recyclable. And I said, it's none of your business what I buy, and you don't get to tell me what I buy and what I don't. Period. Ever. It's none of your business.
Yeah, what if I want to keep every single thing that I purchase?
Yeah, what if I repurpose everything?
Everything.
What if I recycle my own cans for money? Blah, blah, blah. But just the outrage, the audacity of, and if you're in Canada, God help you with Trudeau. Jesus, what a piece of shit that guy is. But, thank God we still have, for the time being, our constitutional rights. Now, we have a sheriff here who is amazing. When the lockdowns happened, he immediately posted to everybody on the discussion pages, all right, he's Tennessee through and through. Good deal. Well, I'm in Georgia, so welcome, neighbor. He said, the Spalding County Sheriff's Department will not enforce any unconstitutional orders by anyone, period. I encourage you, he said, to take whatever measures you need to take legally to make yourself feel safe, but we will not be enforcing no damn lockdown.
That's awesome.
Yeah, our sheriff has a pair of balls.
Well, our governor said Biden wasn't our daddy.
That's exactly
He
right.
couldn't tell us what to do.
Exactly right.
Oh, Daddy.
You're not the boss of me. Yeah, and of course, DeSantis really told him to pick one and suck it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to say this, though. People forget. Florida almost didn't lock down at all. They did a little bit, but just for a minute. But Georgia was the first state to open up and go, yeah, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I thought South Dakota was like that. They never locked down, never kept kids
Dakota
out of
never
school.
did.
They just went on about their
Yeah,
business.
South Dakota never did. Georgia was the first state that did and then said, fuck this, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that beautiful governor up in wherever, Dakota, she's beautiful, smart, and kicks ass. I love it. But, she doesn't matter because her state's only got 50 people in it.
I might move there. Be nice.
No,
Want
it's
some
too
snow.
cold, Santa. It's too cold.
I don't like the heat, Doc. I
You
like
can't-
it cold
listen.
and rainy and gloomy.
Listen, you can't walk around naked in the cold, wet gloom. I mean, you can, but your giblets will fall off. I'm just saying.
Well, I can't walk around naked in summertime. I'll get arrested.
Oh, well, you can come here. We got property. You can walk
Oh
around
my
naked all you
God.
I wasn't saying you come here and get naked. I'm saying we do what the hell we want. Not that I would do that to anybody. I'm just going to shut the hell up now. Yeah, I heard about that. And freaking Vegas. Are you kidding me? Did Vegas lock down? Nope, they did not.
In Massachusetts, our Republican governor said, looked to California and said, hold my beer.
Oh,
Biden,
really?
which nut do you want me to suck, Biden?
Really? Who's
Oh,
your
yeah,
governor?
dude. It was Charlie Baker.
He's gone now, though, right?
He's gone now. Yeah. But I mean, we didn't get anything better. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. On behalf of conservatives everywhere, I apologize to you for your horrible governor.
Oh, he was awful, man. He's a nice guy. I met him. I actually met him. I mean, he's very pleasant and everything, but he's like, he's the ultimate rhino. The ultimate rhino.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have real Republicans in this state.
That's
you know?
I kind of had that understanding. You know, that's a Kennedy state and always will be.
Yeah. I mean, let's put it this way. Our last Republican governor before him was Mitt Romney.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
You know, when Romney ran against Obama, of course I voted for him because, you know, was the alternative.
Yeah.
But that was a serious case of hold your nose and vote. But, you know, I'm actually glad that he lost because after 8 years of Obama, Trump was inevitable. And yeah, JFK would have been a conservative by today's standards. As a matter of fact, he'd be alt-right. So yeah, he's flipping over in his grave for sure.
Dude, when everything comes out, dude, man, it's never going to
all come out.
A lot of new stuff has come out. It's really interesting.
I know. I've seen it. And, you know, there may have been CIA involvement in parts of the cover-up of the JFK assassination. And my response was, yeah, water's wet. What else you got? You know, we already knew that. Let's get down to the real gristle of this thing. Now, having said that, is it possible that Oswald could have done it? Yes, it's absolutely possible. It's been proven. Shooters have proven it over and over again that it can be done. But is there a likelihood that there was a conspiracy in place? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, look. So, the whole Watergate thing was set to take out Nixon because Nixon told the CIA director that he knew they were involved in the assassination. And let's put it this way, 4 of the thieves that broke into Watergate to set him up were CIA operatives.
Nixon was framed, damn it.
Woodward, the guy that's famous for breaking the Watergate story and became this, he came from nowhere and started working at that newspaper, right? Before that, he actually worked in the Nixon administration. He was a CIA operative. He was a CIA. He worked with the CIA. So yeah, the whole thing was.
Yeah, you're right. Why did Jack Ruby take him out? It was to shut Oswald up because he knew something. You know, there's a rule. You always assassinate the assassin. And by the way,
exactly.
what happened to Jack Ruby?
Yep.
You know, all you got to do is kill enough people to maintain your secret
and follow the money.
And also, by the way, never, ever admit that you have dirt on Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, isn't that true?
Yeah, no.
Hillary writing letters
You'll
saying,
bleach
Dear-
bit your butt.
Dear so-and-so, I'm so very sorry to hear about your impending suicide.
Yeah.
Truly yours.
Do not shoot yourself in the back of the head 3 times.
It was an accident.
Oh,
Magic bullet. The gift that keeps on giving.
it's Bizarro world, ladies and gentlemen.
You open up the letter, it says duck, but you're like, duck? It's too late.
Yeah, yeah.
Anthrax.
I tried to warn them.
Same circus, rotate the clowns. That's all it is. Same circus, rotate the clowns. There'll never be another one like Ronnie Reagan.
Bring in the clowns.
You know what we need to do? We need to create a comic book,
I took care of that.
a pulp style comic book called Doc Blaylock.
There is actually a character coming out in a book called Doc Fleming, Man of Adventure. And it's because Glenn Fleming and I were in a chat together and somebody crossed our names and said Doc Fleming, and we both went,
I remember that. I'm going to use that. And he wrote it down.
dude, we immediately started brainstorming. As a matter of fact, preliminary sketches happened that day. Bam! Doc Fleming.
Oh yeah, there you
And
go.
his-
Look at
And
that.
his sidekick, whose name I don't know, but he carries a Chester
Mara-
97 Trent shotgun.
Please call him Morocco Mole.
Oh my god, that looks like Rex with a handlebar mustache.
Wait, show that again, Doc. Wait,
It does. It looks like Rex.
come on.
Look, I don't think.
What did Rex do now? I mean,
I don't.
Hey,
Hello, Rose.
what haven't I done?
That's not.
That does not look like.
Yeah.
no, that
Look a little bit.
that looks like my friend CCTV.
It is a little.
No, it looks like Rex.
It's a little
No.
Rexish.
No, I'm really serious. It looks a
Awesome.
lot more like my friend CCTV.
No,
Would
it's
you
That's
ever-
awesome.
Would you ever-
He's got a pointy little goatee beard and he's skinny.
Yeah,
I'm
now
not
the
talking about
detective,
this. I'm not talking about the beard. I'm talking about the facial structure.
the detective looks like a little like Tony Stark to me.
He's not a detective. He's an international man of adventure.
Oh, okay.
And that is actually
My God.
a job description from the 30s. I'm just saying.
Are you in the basement, Eagle?
No. This isn't exactly a finished basement at my mother's house, so no.
Is that a green screen? What you got going on?
No, my mom has green on her walls. My mom likes white greens.
Rose, it looks like you have green demon wings.
Cool.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, well, that's
Behold.
true. Yeah.
Behold
She's-
my
I'm
stuff.
in the corner of
Oh,
my mom's house, and her
Nobody
walls
puts baby in the
and her
corner.
walls are of light green because she likes greens. So,
I don't know. From here, it looks like a X-ray of a set of lungs.
I know. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
What is that?
that's Bog. That's a bookmark he did for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like
That's
the texture,
awesome.
how he did the tree.
stop shilling
Laying it.
yourself. You all got Carol now.
It's too
That's
bright.
so awesome.
It's all about Carol now.
Yes, Carol needs to get her foot in the door. Dox is already in the door. He built the door because he's old.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
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 That's cold.
What you meant to say is I built the door because I'm just that badass.
Yeah, that.
All right. Let me.
I'm sorry. When I get high, I get mean. You should have
That
heard
was-
me yesterday.
That was Carol's subtle way of saying she'll me some more. So this is Carol's colors over my drawing, and she did so well with it that she's going to color the official print of the golem for the campaign.
Wow, Carol.
Carol, that's awesome.
That was
Wow.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Except for the cocaine nose.
Vic, she needs to double her rate, doesn't she?
Mm.
Wow.
Nick's like,
That's
I don't
what
know about that.
Dillard says,
I might
but he
want him to
always
color
says
something
that.
for me.
Well, I've colored 2 Dillard pieces, and I colored a doc. Now I'm doing.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, well, I did two pages from Artifice. They were practice, and when it goes to print, my colors will be in the book too.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't show the second page yet. It's spoilers. But the
I've seen one of them. It's awesome.
The second one I did is the dream sequence page.
How long did it take you to do Doc's piece?
Altogether, maybe like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed every minute of it.
But the other page that I did for Artifice is my pinned tweet on Twitter. That's the one I've been given permission to share. I haven't been given permission to share the second page yet.
I'll have to go look at that. I haven't seen it.
We should get her to color the trading card.
What trading card?
Which trading card?
Plarian Blood and Mud?
Yeah.
The sign-up card.
I will say for Carol, I'm glad she's getting the work. I mean, yeah. It's harder to get the jobs when you do retro stuff.
Yeah, I literally just
finicky market.
Well, I liked your angel wings and stuff. I was thinking about, maybe putting, getting some of the darker colored ones from you and maybe doing a dark angel tier or something. I don't know.
For my Dark Angel?
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna be in Rex's stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what burn?
I think when I said he was old.
Yeah, well, the thing is you got to realize that not only did he build the door, but he built it out of the bones of his enemies.
Yes, thank you, Vic.
You're welcome, brother.
Here I come to save the day. Mighty Doc is on his way.
My enemies. Of course, my enemies were invertebrates back in the day.
Yeah. Well, that's what Hillary did. She built the, everything she has out of the bones of her enemies, I think.
It was just.
Well, I've been told I'm going to be able to walk on the dust of the bones of my enemies and then eat an awesome gourmet meal at the end of walking across them.
Well, alrighty then.
Of course, all the way back then, it was just Doc and the first tree that grew out of the ground.
It was just me and the invertebrates.
No respect.
Wow.
No respect.
They never had a chance. Let's keep in mind that Rex is like 5 seconds younger than I am. So
Yeah. Well, Vic doesn't.
Oh, that one.
Vic's got to be a Gen Xer himself, and yet he disses Gen Xers.
Well, you know what? There's no receipts because he says he's been on camera, but there's no proof of it anywhere.
Of course there is.
Yes, there is.
I've got proof.
I do too.
I'm 63. I'm 63.
Feet
right.
pics don't count.
Vic.
I'm older than you guys. By a lot.
Whatever. No,
You
it's not.
know,
Whatever.
Vic, just out of curiosity, sir.
Liar.
Why are you mailing pictures to the ladies?
Because they asked for them.
I didn't ask.
Agent
Wow.
Zero, you can,
I did.
You're outed.
you can certainly come out on my show anytime you like. My only rule is don't come in my house and shit on the floor.
Well, that lets me out. See you
I
guys.
was about to say I'm fucked. I mean,
Bye.
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 Toodles.
I almost boomered the whole thing up there.
wouldn't be the first time.
Who were we on with? Allie was on one of the shows I was on, and she had the admin privileges, and she was going to do something, and she accidentally hit end broadcast.
Whoops.
And I thought that was a one-off. We all laughed. We all had a good joke. But then RJ did the same thing.
Yes, I remember that RJ.
Yes.
I was on during that. He said he was leaving,
Wait,
and he.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right, Rose. That's exactly what he did.
He said, "I gotta go. Talk to you guys later," and just ended broadcast like he would if he was back on his shows. And then it was like groveling in chat, going, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
It was funny as hell.
It was. It was hilarious.
Now,
it's what's her name in the chat? She's back.
Ice cream.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Ice Queen.
Caroline. Now, my very first stream I ever did, Anthony had to save me because I didn't hit end broadcast. I just hit leave studio. So there's just a black screen and the shit was still running. I didn't know. I'm back in my living room working on art, and I get a phone call, and Anthony goes, "Yeah, dude, you need to actually end the stream." I'm like, "Ah!" Hello, everybody. Say hello to Charles. This is my bestie. He's a comic book writer from back in the 90s. And,
Hello.
Heck of a good
Hey,
guy.
Charles.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Charles.
Now I was on with Charles on the show offs, right?
You were.
Yeah, he kind of filled in while Texas
Yeah.
Dave was on holiday. It was
He's
a good
got-
time.
He's got a huge collection that weighs how many tons,
Yeah.
Charles?
Yeah, he does.
I was just gonna say for Ice Queen there, Vic was so nice for us. What's her name's back in chat again? What the fuck, Vic? I mean,
I sometimes I'm like,
ammunition later.
Now, Vic,
I'm
I want a Cortex bookmark.
okay.
Cortex.
Yeah, no, I see. What happened was Dario was
What happened?
on, and he was confusing everything. He was like, I thought he was saying like wanted me to draw the Care Bear, but with Cortex's brain.
Oh,
You know,
3 tons of comic books.
Wow.
3 tons.
tons.
And he knows
Oh.
that because he got charged by weight when he moved out of his last apartment. So there you go.
Wow.
3
Wow.
tons.
That's why he's the crazy comic collector.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Ice Queen and several of the British ladies, they were in over on Blue Harvest. He was showing a toy auction. 6,000 pounds. Madman. Yeah.
I
That's why
stopped
you
in there,
don't-
but I really didn't say anything.
This
Blue Harvest.
is why I will never move again. I
Bro.
will never move again unless a tornado moves me.
Even if the tornado had destroyed my house, I promise you I would just live in the rubble. I'm not
Yeah.
moving. I'm not moving ever
Can I
again.
call you
I want to
Barney?
move. Fuck my
At that
house. I
point,
don't
can
want
I
to live in
call you
Iowa. I
Barney?
mean,
I'm never moving again.
At that point, can I call you Barney?
Oh, Rex. Thanks for coming out.
Wow.
if I had the means
So
to
mean.
just fuck
Such a
off,
mean old man.
sell my house and get out of the state, I would so ditch Iowa in a fucking heartbeat.
Hmm.
Can you will that to me, Rex?
No, I do take that back. If I won the lottery, you guys would know because I'd be sitting on a beach in Fiji or Tahiti.
With some girl in a coconut bra next to you serving you drinks, right?
I'm too old for all that, but I'd just be chilling on the beach with my lovely wife, enjoying the fact that there's no word in the native language for winter.
See, everyone always says this, and I would be literally,
Want to jump up?
it would be hell to me. Because, well, yes, winter can suck at times. Heat makes me far more sick than cold does. I cannot take heat well.
Welcome to the show, Abigail.
Hey.
So if I won the millions, it would be over a course of like a week or so. There'd be all these frantic posts and live streams going up around the CG community, like, why the hell is Vic King waving to me outside my window?
With one finger.
No. It's a friendly wave. Hey!
Actually, Rick, I think it would just be, where did Vic go? He just vanished.
if you have the ability to find my house, I'd be impressed because even the freaking doxers can't find where I live.
Did Vic just say that he had disdain for all of us?
No, I'm saying I'd show up with presents, happy presents.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's a lie, but
I'm still saying that if he could find my house, I'm impressed because even the doxers haven't been able to in 3 years.
I'm just saying.
We can go to Waffle House, yeah.
And you know what? As long as you're buying, I'll take you up on that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I like
no, Doc, me and you are going down to, we're finding a barbershop that serves whiskey and allows you to smoke cigars.
You bet you're
going to go sit and get a nice shave up, nice trim up and everything.
And I got trim. Rex. Yeah, maybe a nice Cuban cigar.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look at there. Beautiful.
That's Abby's relation. That's the Snookster. My favorite dog. Rest in peace. He died.
I know they're so great at dogs, aren't they?
They are.
How long did you have Snooky?
Oh, about 10 years.
Oh, 10 years.
He got into either somebody's rat poison or he ate a poisoned rat because he is a rat terrier, or he got into some radiator fluid. The vet said bring him in Thursday.
Oh gosh!
And he was dead on Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Terrible. I mean, that's just a family member. It is. I'm glad you reminded me, Doc. In 3 days, on the 26th of this month, will be 10 years since she's come to live with me.
Oh, Abby, Abby dear. Now, is she vocal? Because Snooky talked his ass off.
No, not really.
I say Snooky. His real name was Minnesota Snook. I don't know why I didn't name him. I rescued him from a friend of mine who was just a terrible dog owner. I said, just let me have the dog. And he said, okay. So I took him.
And how did the dog react? How did the dog react to the new ownership? I mean, just immediately.
Amazing. He was already, he loved me because I'd go over there and I'd spend time with him, And so he willingly got in my car, no crate, drove to my house, walked in the front door and said, I'm home. But he was very vocal, I would say, what do you need, buddy? He'd go, roo, 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 roo. Like,
he doesn't do that. She'll bark and that's about it, and she doesn't do a lot of that.
Now, when Tacy and I got together, she had a Chihuahua named Allie, and that was the most vocal Chihuahua I'd ever heard. That she would say, I love you. She would, if you said, Allie, who's at the door? She'd go, whoa!
Well, I mean, there's certain breeds that are more vocal, like the Huskies. Is it Huskies that Potts has?
Yes.
They're talking all the time,
Yes. Yes, they jabber constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy trained his dog. He would somebody would come to the door and he would say, sick Jehovah's Witness. Okay, nobody else thought that was funny.
I did. I laughed.
I think it's funny.
Oh,
my God. So yeah, anyway, I wasn't going to get another dog after Snook. We still had one Chihuahua left. That's Tater Tot. And Tater Tot's old. She's not going to be around much longer. And then Tacy goes and gets this big puppy. This now big giant puppy that lives in my house. And yes, it's a beautiful dog and she's sweet and she's smart, but she is hard-headed, and it's going to come down to me having to just put her on the rack and say, listen.
Are you losing against a puppy?
Oh, and there's a reason my first comic hero is Chrome Dog, not Russ Cat.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm losing the battle to the dog. In that, once she gets it in her head to do something, and I don't want her to do whatever it is, and I say, Oxy. Now, mind you, if I went, Snook, he would immediately sit and look at me. Like, yes, master. The other dogs do it. Moxie. And she goes, whatever. And she goes and does whatever she's going to do anyway. Ooh, he doesn't like that, my precious. Now, she has recently learned because the fence is gone. The tornado removed a fence. So she's on a runner. Let her out. She does her business. Let her back in. So she's in the house a lot more since the tornado hit. And she has had to learn quick. You are not allowed in the kitchen. Okay. Now, what she did say to me very clearly is, yes, but cat go in food room.
Cat go in food room.
Cat has manners. You do not.
Now, I hope you are taking precaution because you live down south, and there'd be a lot of La Chupacabra stuff going on.
Yeah, well,
Mm-hmm.
the local
They like dogs. They like dogs for some reason.
Yes, this is true. But the local chupacabra here actually went into rehab. It turned out it was just a crackhead. Yeah.
Oh, did you hear the news? I forget what city it was in, but a guy was dropping. Now they haven't identified him yet, but somebody's dropping like marshmallows, hoping that dogs and cats, things like that, or dogs with nails and fish hooks in them, and trying to bait. Now, no children or adults or any dogs or cats have been reported hurt by that, but that's just low.
Yeah, you save that stuff for the Halloween candy.
Yeah, exactly. Gosh, Carol.
If you've ever seen Charlie Wilson's War, about Congressman Charlie Wilson, who was largely responsible for getting the funding for the Afghan Mujahideen to fight the Soviets back in the 80s, he said the reason he got into politics was that his neighbor, Mr. Something Hazard, poisoned his dog by grinding up glass and putting it in dog food. So he went and he drove people to the polls. He said, "Now, I'm not telling you how to vote, but I just want you to know Mr. Hazard deliberately killed my dog." And that dude lost the election by just a handful of votes, and he was responsible for driving those votes. And he said, and that was the day I fell in love with America. So there you go. You know, never F with a dog because you can overthrow the Soviet Union.
Well, you know, the thing of it is, that had to be a true story or he could be sued for libel, correct?
Oh, it was an absolutely true story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. The cane Corsos. Listen, my friend had a cane Corso and it was friendly and it was standing beside me with his tail wagging and it was like getting hit in the leg with a baseball bat repeatedly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to move this big thing here.
Yeah, I had a friend that had a dog like that with the day, you know, it's like a baseball bat to your shins. Yeah. Repeatedly, too, not just once.
Yes. I mean, if orcs were real, they would look like cane Corso. I'm just saying.
Corgis seem like they would be fun dogs.
My friend has a corgi
Yeah.
that has a deplorable excess of personality. They live in a very large house, a very rich family, and there's hardwood floors throughout. So the little dog can never get traction. So you're always hearing that Fred Flintstone foot effect going on. And she'll come around the corner, you know, hyperventilating and growling to come jump up into your arms, you know. Yes, coffee table clean. Exactly right. Exactly right. Guys, we've been going for almost 2 hours. So
Bye.
About time for me to wrap this one up. I want to thank you guys.
He's going to start growing hair.
Thank you, Doc.
Fanta, lovely to have you. Rosetta, Carol, Vic, and be sure you go get some Beowar. Be sure to go get some Ashcan Momentum comics from Devil Flyer. And chat, you guys, love you. Peace out.
Rock on. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.